If I had to do it all over again, this would probably be the route that I would take to get to 20 acres.
You are about to enter Gigi's world.
Let me just pause really quickly to say, if you don't want 20 acres, that's perfectly fine. And let me also say that if you want to continue to be a renter, that's perfectly fine. I'm just going to give you some information to think on that very well may help some of the people who are looking to buy land to get there in a much easier fashion than having to save a whole ton of money, to not be so stressed about having to save money in order to get what you want. The first thing that I would do is get into the real estate market by purchasing a multi-family unit. That could be a duplex, that could be a triplex, or that could be a quad. But that's how I would get into the game. Step number one. Getting into the game that way would do a couple of things for me. The first thing that it would do for me is it would put me in the real estate game. It would give me a place to live. It would also allow me the opportunity to have rental income. And it would also help me to build equity in my primary residence. Now, this would be a great play because I could still be counted as a first-time home buyer. What that means is that if you're a first-time home buyer, there are going to be programs that are out there that are going to help you with making down payment. There are going to be down payment assistance programs that are going to be out there that are going to be readily available for me as a first-time home buyer. So if you're working in a public service capacity, there would be more programs out there for me that would be able to help me to get a home for my family, but that would also give me the down payment assistance that I need, particularly if I'm not very good at saving. That's going to help me to be able to get into a home without having to do years and years of saving. Buying that duplex, triplex, or quad has already put me in an investor space, so that I can utilize that for future. And the best of all, I am going to be building equity. That is going to help me tremendously in the future when I want to invest in other property. And it would also give me the money that I need to buy my 20-acre property cash. You don't have to liquidate your primary home. You'll still have the opportunity to keep that primary home, to rent that primary home out to someone else. So then guess what? You have even more rental income that is coming in because now you've moved on to something that you want to be in. If that means that you want to get a bigger home, maybe you've started a family by this point, it's going to give you the flexibility that you're going to need in order to get to the next level. This is why, for me, I would absolutely get into a duplex, a triplex, or a quad as my first property. And so then after that, if I wanted to upgrade, I would already have equity in a property that I can pull that equity out of that property and then I can put it towards my next one. Once I am primarily living in that next one for a couple of years, then guess what I have? Even more equity. So now I have equity in my first property. I have equity in my second property. If I want, I can pull that equity out and I can buy another property. I could buy raw land. I could buy whatever I want because I have those properties that are staying full of renters. This is going to help me to live the life that I want to be living rather than being stuck in a position where someone else has control over my primary living conditions. And let me just say this, it's going to take a little bit of discipline on your part. It's going to take you to make sure that your credit is right. And remember, you don't have to have an 800 to buy a home. If you utilize an FHA loan, which offer a wide array of programs that can help first-time home buyers, and then if you work and start developing a good payment history behind you, you're also going to be able to get into a FHA loan with as little as 3.5% down. And remember what we said earlier, there's down payment assistance programs that are available for first-time home buyers. And so even that 3.5%, you may not have to pay out of your own pocket. So there are many ways to work your way towards land ownership, towards home ownership. But you're going to have to do a little work on the front end in order to get there. But I hope this video laid out some more simplified ways of getting that, rather than going into 10 years of trying to save $40,000 and $50,000. It'll give you an opportunity to reach that goal of yours, reach however many goals that you have. Remember, I didn't come from a rich family, but I'm going to make sure that a rich family comes from me. It's not a requirement that you come from a rich family either, but just remember that a rich family can come from you if you play your cards right, if you follow the right steps. Then you can take yourself from where you are to where you want to be. Please let me know in the comment section that this was helpful to you. I know that many of you are taking notes for this, and that's exactly what I want, for you to take notes and know that you can make this a reality for yourself and for your family. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section. There are lots of people out here that want this information, but they're only going to get it if you take the information and you share it out to somebody who truly wants it. Please make sure that you do your research on the different type of loans and programs that are available to you as a first-time home buyer, because there's a lot of information out there that will help to guide you and steer you in the right position. Remember, no one is going to give you anything. You have to put in the work for yourself, and also make sure that you're asking the right questions. So thank you so much for watching, and please be sure to leave a comment. I hope that I was able to provide some gems for you today that are going to help you in a big way to get towards what you want. Thanks for watching.